Hey guys, how's it going? This is JR Real Life Films coming at you while I am driving from Miami. And of course, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm just talking to you while I'm driving. It's kind of like having someone in the passenger seat and I'm carrying on a conversation on this nice long drive from Miami to Orlando. Alright, besides all that, let's go over a couple things. Well, first off, you may be asking, why aren't you producing any more cool videos, or why aren't you doing any more how-tos, or how to do something, or anything? Why are you doing all these blogs all the time? Well, you do ask a good, valid question, and the answer is, I don't have any time to make any good videos or do anything. Plus, it's really difficult when it's just a one-man show. And all y'all out there that do the one-man shows, y'all know it's hard to write the script, do the editing, do the acting, do it all. And for me, I'm just not that talented to do it, all of it. I've done it in the past when I had a lot of time to do it, or if it was a simple competition or contest that I was trying to enter in, like the Google TV. I could whip it out in an 8-hour time, but it requires a lot of focus to get it done. What's coming out in the future, I'm going to be putting out a video on how to build out a space rail. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned and you'll find out what it is. Another thing I'm involved in recently, I signed up on Empire Avenue. The link is below, and so is my username. Basically what it is, it's like a self-promoting social network stock market, where you basically are selling yourself based on the value that you provide for other people, how much content that you provide for other social networks like Flickr or Foursquare, Facebook, your fan page. If you have blogs and you post on them regularly and they are your blogs, not someone else's, or clout, or you name it. You can pretty much put anything you want on there. Plus, you can also promote other things like outside websites that you have, or you can promote your friends, or you can buy stocks in your friends. You can buy stock in me, which would be great. Why am I bringing all this up? Most of my new subscribers are from there. A lot of people now watching my videos, so I'm going to be giving you my secrets to success and how to stay successful if you're new to the empire. Alright, so first thing is, starting off, you're limited to 200 shares. You can only buy 200 shares in an individual. So find out whether they pay high dividends or not. How do you find out if they pay high dividends or not? When you first start the empire game, you'll see on the top column is mostly recommendations or recommended people that you can invest in. I don't ever start there. Don't ever start there until you've gained enough momentum, enough value in yourself to be able to afford to invest in those kind of people. What I would do and what I would suggest is at the second or third column down is the most recent joins. Those people usually start off at a really low value rate, and they would skyrocket quick, depending on whether they are active or not. So how do you know if that person's going to go anywhere? Well, there's some things that are like dead giveaways. One is they have linked profiles to Facebook or to Twitter or to Flickr or to what's the other, Instagram. They have those linked on their profile already from the get-go. Another dead giveaway is if they have a photo on their profile. If they have no photo and they just have the default, which is just a baby face that shows them as being a newbie, don't invest in them, because they're not going to go anywhere. Invest in everyone else, and don't invest the full 200. The reason why I say that is because if you invest the full 200 and they come back and buy you at 200, how are you gonna say thank you to them for buying you? All you can do is say, leave a shout out on them and say, oh, thank you for buying me, which is good. Always, always, always give a shout out back to every single person that buys your stock. Whether you have the money or you don't have the money, always leave a shout out and make it personal. Don't do a robot thing saying thank you and that's it. Say thank you for buying X number of shares. As soon as money comes into me, I will gladly reinvest into you as soon as I can. You know, one of those kind of things to show appreciation. This brings me to the next thing. As far as buying back shares to the people who have invested in you. Do not try to match them 1-to-1, especially if their share value is like 200 per share or higher. Your value starting off is only going to be about 12, maybe 20. So it's going to take you a lot of money just for you to buy them, but it's only going to cost them a little bit to buy you. So what I would suggest is the same amount of money that it would have cost them to buy you is the same amount of money that you would invest back in them. What do I mean? What I mean is if they buy 200 shares of you, do the math of what your shares are worth, because it'll tell you too how much they spent in you. Take that dollar amount and that's what you invest back into them. So if you only end up buying 1 or 2 shares, then you only buy 1 or 2 shares. Don't go crazy. At least you're showing, and you can post back to them and say, I'm buying you at the value in which you invested in me. 200 shares is what you bought at this amount of money. I bought back at this amount of money also. I matched you. I can't match you at 200 shares. You can't. You'd end up wiping out your entire account. You won't have any money to invest. Don't be selfish. That's the next thing. Don't be selfish and expect everyone to buy into you and you never buy back. If you never buy back, you will fail. If you don't comment, you will fail. Now this is just only on the Empire side of things. So we'll just say this is 50% of it. If you want to increase your value and increase how much revenue and how much dividend monies that you make and how much you give out, you have to be active on your social networks, i.e. Facebook, your blogs, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and to do that, all you gotta do is what you do already. Upload a video to YouTube, comment on people's videos on YouTube, go to a Facebook page, like a whole bunch of people, follow a whole bunch of people on Twitter, make comments on Twitter, make comments on your Facebook page. Do everything that you normally do every day, all the time, on your Facebook page, Twitter, you name it, whatever it is that you do. If you write blogs, and you write blogs every day, just continue to do the same thing. You don't have to go above and beyond and add more stuff. Because eventually, if you are faking the funk, you're going to slow down. And what's going to happen to your volume and your value? It's going to go down too. So stay consistent no matter what you do on the outside of the Empire. If you stick to these things, you're guaranteed to be high. People are going to invest in you. They're going to see that, oh, this he's not just a fly-by-night. He's actually someone who is a social person, a social networking kind of person. And in a sense you are. If you're a YouTube person, you are a social person because you're subscribing to people. You post comments on people's videos. If you like them, don't like them. You're giving a thumbs up on some things that you like or you don't like. Even if you're a passerby, you're still contributing to that individual. Whether you watch them for 5 seconds or you watch them for years, you're contributing to them. For me, I enjoy posting videos and I love watching my view count go up. I love getting the comments and I love getting the thumbs up and personal messages because it means that someone's actually watching my videos. So for you, it'd be like your value would go up and you would be all excited because, wow, now I got people who will watch my videos or like my fan page on Facebook or whatever, or read my blogs because they are going to be investing in you, hoping that you will return the favor and invest in them. So it's a 50-50 thing. So if you follow them all the time and you post comments on their wall regularly, and it's a lot of people, it'll add up quick. So it'll be like hundreds of people. So you only got a couple minutes to do so much. in a given day. So you stick to what you normally do on a normal basis all the time. And those that you like on Facebook, you know it automatically show up anyway. Any kind of comments, any kind of photos that they post, it's going to come and show up on your wall. You can just click on it and say, oh, I like this, or make a comment. It only takes a couple of seconds to make a comment back to somebody. They have missions that are on there, and I suggest in the beginning, do as many missions as you can, because this is your buying power. They give you rewards. And if they have bonuses, take advantage of the bonuses. And then post back to them on their page or on that contest, preferably on their page, a shout out or a message saying, I completed your bonus, this is what I did. I did a Google Plus, or I added you to my circle, or I went to the Clout and I gave you some Ks, or I went to Instagram and I liked a whole bunch of your photos, or I liked your fan page on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. Do it all. Gain as much as you can in Eves. That way, when they turn around and they say, wow, this guy, he took the time to go and look at all my photos, he took the time to make comments on my wall, whatever that mission was, and you do it consistently, they're going to turn around and they're going to buy you to the max as much as they can. And in the beginning, you only have to wait a week. The first week, you're kind of locked in at 200 shares. So if you're brand new, person that is worth 500 in value per share can only buy 200 of your shares. But as soon as you pass that 1 week trial period and they see that you put in all that effort to make yourself higher in value, they're going to buy you out like big time. They're going to buy 600 shares, 700 shares, 800 shares of your stock. And again, like I say, always return the value back into them. But if it's all the money I got, how am I supposed to be able to do it? You're going to get 50% bonus just in the game of the value that they bought into you. So you're going to get 50% more into the volume that they spent. So if they spent $2,000, you're going to get another $1,000 of money so that you can buy back into them. But only buy back into the value that they spent on you. So if they spent $2,000 worth of stock on you, then turn around and spend $2,000 of stock back on them. You're still going to walk away with $1,000 in your pocket. Okay, so when I say dollars, I mean Eves. That's how this game works. This game is based on virtual money called Eves. It's not real cash. It's not real money. It's a virtual currency. There's also options in the upgrades where you can buy more Eves if you want to, and you can also upgrade to increase your limit. Once you pass your first week mark, you can spend 250,000 Eves and buy more Eves. You can do that. In the beginning, I don't suggest you do that at all. I suggest you find as many people as you can all the time, buying newbies, the brand new guys, and reinvesting in those that invest in you. Stay consistent on that, and then on the outside, just continue your normal everyday thing. If you like taking photos of nature and posting up videos into Instagram or Flickr or onto Facebook on a daily basis, then continue on. Continue to do those things. If you have a website that you want to promote that is not offensive, promote it. Put in a mission and say, I'll give you $1,000 if you just click on my link and check out my website. So do those things. But to make it effective and make it efficient, don't just give them the money. Give them something that they have to do in order to gain more money or to gain value in you. So what I do on mine is, what I would do is I would set the mission. Yes, I would know that I would give away a certain amount of money, but then put a bonus in the mission to say, hey, thank you for doing the mission, first off. Secondly, I would love to invest more money in you up to my max, which is this, if you do this. Go to my site, click on share, or go to my Facebook page, click on share and click on like. At least some form of fashion in which you can track their actions and go back and say, yep, he did do that, I'm going to go ahead and pay him, I'm going to buy him at the max, whatever you can do. So Same thing goes into play. You probably want to put a monetary amount on that. So what I do is I say, like you'll see on mine, I put, I'll buy you back at $15,000 or 15,000 EVEs up to my max of 250 shares. So whichever comes first. So like for some people, I ran into problems where I already owned 250 shares of their stock. So I had told them, well, I got to give you a rain check. So you better keep track of your people too that you put rain checks on, that you'll buy more stock in them once you do the upgrade, so you can buy more stock. And you don't have to spend the 250,000 to do that. There's another thing called piece of cake or extra slice of cake or something like that. Have a piece of cake, and you can go in there and pay like 900 or 9,000 EVEs instead of 250,000, which is ridiculous. Spend 9,000 and it gives you like a 100 boost. So you take that 100 boost, you already maxed out that guy, go in there and spend the 15,000 EVEs on that guy or girl. And if it maxes out again, then you're good to go. Okay, so at least you covered that person that already was at your max and you couldn't max them out. But if they aren't, and let's say they never invested in you ever, they never invested $1, never invested anything, then go in and buy them up to 15,000 EVEs. Alright, last but not least, do this at least once a week. At least once a week. Get rid of the people that are not investing in you. Why do I say that? Because they are not doing anything for you. You're just wasting your money on someone that's not doing anything in return for you. They're not clicking on your videos. They're not investing in you. They're not retweeting your Twitters. They're not going to your blogs. They're not doing anything. So why waste your money in someone who doesn't care about you or take the time to at least show some kind of effort that they care in you? If they buy at least 5 shares, at least they did something. At least they did something in you. But if they have a big old goose egg there of 0, get rid of them. And that's what I would do. Maintenance. Always maintain your stuff. That way you can free up those extra EVEs so you can reinvest into someone else. And that is the big deal right now. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going through. I've invested in over 400 people. Going back and going through and checking last week, who did I invest in? I invested in all these people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people. Okay, check. Okay, he reinvested. He did not. He did. He didn't. He did. He did. Whatever. And then go through and get rid of those people. You can even give them a courtesy note and say, please match my investment in you or the equivalent. I'm clearing out my shares right now. And thank you for investing in me. Easy and simple. Just like that. Put their name in there, make it personal, give it a personal touch, and don't be robotic. Don't be robotic about anything that you do. People can see right through that stuff. I can see right through that stuff because if I click on my shout outs and I see this comment that comes from XYZ user that says, oh, I just bought 10,000 shares, now go visit my site. And it doesn't say anything else. And then you go to someone else's site and it has the same comment from the same dude on someone else's site that says, oh, I bought 10 shares on you. Go visit my site. And nothing that's personal saying, oh, I bought 10,000 shares in you, Bob or Murphy or whatever their name is. I would like to buy more in you, or I checked out your Facebook page, or I checked out your Twitter, I checked out your K+, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. You give more personal touch, not just a static bullcrap message that says visit my Twitter page or visit my Twitter, go visit my blog, go visit my fan page. Initially you can do that to get your name out there and give them a chance to earn something. I usually send them to my missions and say, here, you want to learn who's investing in you? Go check out my Facebook page, go check out my mission and earn some money while you're doing it. Now you've earned 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or however generous I feel like giving money out, and now you learned a little bit about me and gave them a chance to invest back in me. You see what I'm saying? So you want to do that. Hopefully this information's been good for you, and it's a success or not. I'll be posting more later on. I'm sorry for the length of this video. I realize it is pretty long. But please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my check it out. Check out the links below. Talk to you guys later. Bye.